Welcome back to DIY Willy. Well, today we're moving on again. Once again. You know, I had a video so back. I had started the assembly and build of the Briggs Raptor engine. I have this engine pretty much at the point ready to assemble. Fully cleaned up, ready for paint, everything. I'm just waiting for more parts. It's amazing how slow stuff can come sometimes. Here's Spike over there. Spike's going crazy. So, with that said, while I'm waiting for parts for the Briggs Raptor build, we're going to work on the Baja. I also have parts coming for this, but I think I can take the body off and get it ready for weld out on the cage and installing the rest of the tubing that goes down here on the cage. So, if you want to check out the build on the Raptor, there'll be some links in the description down here somewhere. And well, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out, please. It'll really help out the channel. So today, let's get this body off the Baja Bug. If we can get Spike to be quiet long enough to do this. We've got some mounts we got to take loose here on both sides. We've got these plates. I wish I knew what the real name of these plates were. And of course, we've got all the bolts along the bottom and in the front to take off. And then we'll try to lift it up. Now, I've never lifted it up with the roll cage in it. I hope I have enough height here to get it up and over the roll cage. I believe I can lean it back a little bit and roll it out. We will find out. We need the body off to fully weld it out. So that's going to be the next step for the Baja. And well, let's figure this out. Get this body off. All right, first thing we're gonna do, get these plates off. Now this is a 10. I think it's a 10 millimeter bolt here. I forget what the threads are. I think the threads are 8 M8. I think. And I put we'll see here in a second. These are flange bolts because I think they look a lot better. I think they look, see how it's a flange bolt? The bolt comes with a flange on it. It doesn't need a washer. I think they look better than just regular bolts and washers, especially on something that's going to be so visible. So the bolt on the back, this is a standard size bolt. It's not a metric bolt. That's to fit the thread pitch that's inside the Volkswagen. I think it's 11 millimeter. And well, a 7/8, what is it? I don't remember. If I can remember what it is, I'll put it here on screen somewhere. But it's the only thread pitch that fits this bolt because you can't find the 11 millimeter type, you know. It's best to use this. I believe it was a 7/8 bolt. And these panels just come off like that. Now, we needed these to be removable because the body's removable. I'll check this pitch out with my little tester I have. And we'll figure out exactly what it is for future reference. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the body right now, just so I don't lose it. I may even put those back in, just so I don't lose them or misplace them. This way, they have them. And you can see I just drilled holes, ground them smooth, and put their inserts in them. Now, some people might say, oh, those aren't going to hold. You know? Will they? I don't know. I think they'll work just fine. And it's just to secure the body to the roll cage. Let me put these bolts back in. Like so. Just to keep them in place. Maybe we'll shoot them into, I don't know. This body mount up here on top, right now I have Phillips head
screws that go in there. This is what I could find that fit the holes for the Volkswagen existing holes, and they're on both sides. And I'm gonna try to find hex head type bolts that go on here, or Allen type head, if I can, instead of these Phillips, because they get kind of awkward with the frame mounts. I mean, they'll come out, as you can see. I can just unscrew them, and they'll come out, no issue. But I think it'd be better to have a hex head type or Allen head. I got a feeling this Phillips will strip out eventually. Although I don't plan on taking them off very often. Probably the few times that I ever take them off. More so while we're doing this fabrication part, you know. But I think I could use the Allen head or hex head type bolt a little better. I might be able to tap them out maybe for a bolt, but that would help, I think, make the hardware last longer. This one's a little harder to take out, almost as if it's stripped or in there sideways. Okay, we'll set these aside for now. We got this done, and I got to do the other side. So I'll do that off camera, and then we'll get the body bolts on the bottom and get the chain ball hooked up, see if we can lift it off. Now the rest of the body bolts are all the 13mm. There's two up here that used to be the hood mount bolts, or the hood hinges. Wow, you mean to tell me those things are that tight? What the heck? Let me get a wrench. That Ryobi doesn't have enough torque to get these out, I guess. Wow. There we go. There's that one. Let's try it. Can't believe that was that tight. Cannot believe it. Maybe this one's not that tight. Yeah, this one came out fine. These are actually razor bolts. They're the same thread pitch as the body bolts on the Bug. I've got one here that bolts to the fender well, what used to be the fender well. Another bolt with a flange on it. And then I lose it into the void. I think it's just inside. And then underneath, we have all the body bolts under here. Now these three, I need a wrench on the inside, so we'll get those in a minute. Right? Got them. You need to put a washer on that. I didn't have a washer? Nope. You need to put a washer on that. This one, I've still got the floor pan in, and I can't get to the back side to get to that silly nut. Or maybe I can. Let me see. No, I gotta figure out how to get a wrench in there. And I'll see what size wrench it is. Whew, that was a job and a half, man. Finally, success. Willie was able to get the body off by himself. Usually I have my son. It takes two of us to get it on and off. But I got creative, and I was able to get it off by myself. I saw a few things I need to change or modify to make it easier. Yeah, let's check it out. Well, here we go. Here is the roll cage, probably 85% of it, of the roll cage for the RZR. The only problems I had really were this bar down here got in the way of the door jamb on the RZR body, on the bug body, and then this area right here got in the way of the A pillar on the bug. There's issues I can do to work through. There's things I can do on the, there's things I can do on the bug body to work through that by just removing some material, giving me maybe a 1/4 inch more on each side of clearance. That will help tremendously. Same thing that goes back here. There's some grinding I can do to remove some of the edge of the door sill. That will give me again a 1/4 inch or more on both sides to help it out. So what's next? Well, I got to take everything out of it. I got to take all the plastics, the steering wheel. I don't want to burn the steering wheel. In fact, I'll put the old steering wheel back on. Cover the engine, get it all wrapped up for the welding. And, well, then I can go to town, man. I can go to town welding the heck out of this thing. I don't know if my little wire feed welder is going to be up for the task, but I'm sure I'm going to burn through the wire, that's for sure. I got a lot of joints to weld all over the place. A lot of stuff. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks really good, in fact. In there. I want to make some more motor mounts to kind of go down and give the engine some more support on the front, on both sides. I got some tubes that come up from the frame up to this point on the bottom here that will help stiffen the shock and this area of the cage on both sides. I've got some type of a crossbar to go in up here, or tube, excuse me, some kind of a angled tube to come in here to kind of give it the side-to-side rigidity, even though it's really strong. We want to do that. Now technically I should come from the bottom, the strong point, and come up, but then that's going to be kind of funky with the floor. So I still got to figure this area out, and it'll probably be an X, whatever it is. And it will need to be removable because the engine comes out from the top. So we got some good planning to do, and definitely some more tubes to go in. Remember I said I was going to bring one from here down to the frame. I've got one here to come up to the frame. That also gives it some support here. We got some cleanup welding to do, I can see. We got to drill holes in a lot of these tubes to let the gases escape, like these. See this, how I did this like that? When I weld this 100%, this won't trap any gases inside. It'll vent it out. The RZR body is like that. It's got holes in it all over that allow the gases to escape as you weld it up 100%. That just makes for a better weld. You won't get the blow through, or you won't get the porosity in the weld when you allow the gases to escape. Especially like right here. We got one here. There's not one on top, but as the pressure builds, there's one on the other side. It'll come out that way. It could come out this way, just allowing the gases way to come out. I don't have any holes drilled here, so we got to drill some holes here. We got to drill some holes here, and again here. Yeah, this one. I mean, we got some work to do. We've got a lot to do, and we got to get busy. So I got some more material now. And we'll probably be rolling it outside to do that work, just to make it easier and fresh air, because I don't want to weld in the garage and get all the smoke in here. I want to have good breathing air as much as I can. I have a respirator I'll use for all the welding, because it's not good to breathe all that stuff. I'll put my glasses on, and man, we'll go to town. So this is just a quick video talking about the project, getting the body off, getting a closer look at the tubing for the roll cage. And well, hope you liked the project. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you anything. It just takes you a second to hit that button. Really helps out the channel. Yeah, I always come back to DIY Willy to see what we're doing now. And also, if you have a project out there, always work on it every day, no matter what it is, whether it's parts, getting parts, ordering parts, looking at the parts,
planning, drawing something out, you know, whatever it is, work on that project. Don't let it stand idle, because you'll forget about it and move on. And well, as I said, always come back to DIY Willy to see what we're doing. And well, I'll see you next time. Bye.